everybody, it's Debbie O'Neill of Scrap Me Quick Designs, and today's tutorial is going to be about putting together this really beautiful layered scene card. I'm going to show you how to make this, and we're going to be using an image from the new Close to My Heart Cricut Season of Joy cartridge. It's sold exclusively by Close to My Heart consultants, which I'm one, and I'll link up in the description where you see this video so that if you want to get this, you can. I have another video on my YouTube channel where I showed all the images that you get on this particular cartridge. Now these are exclusive, only available through the end of the year of 2018 or while supplies last. So if you're interested in this, you need to snag it now. It's only $44.95. You can purchase it in my Close to My Heart shop. I appreciate the support, but let's get to the tutorial. So I'm going to set this off to the side. This is a beautiful layered scene card, and what I mean by that is that this is going to stand up. Okay, so you can see it's kind of a zigzag, and when you look at it in the front, it's going to, you know, look like various layers. And I sized mine to a 5x7 in Design Space. Now this particular cartridge, the Season of Joy, is only available if you're using Cricut Design Space. So you would get this, make a purchase, then Close to My Heart will send you this card, and there is a redemption code on here, and you would put the redemption code in at cricut.com/CTMH to redeem it, and then these images would show up in your account. If you go to look for this now in Design Space, you're not going to find it. It's only available once you purchase the, because it's exclusive. Cricut will never sell that directly. All right, so what I wanted to show you though was that it's really beautiful. Now I used 3 different shades of blue cardstock from Close to My Heart to give it a little more dimension here, and I used white, the white glitter paper. Okay, so that gave it that kind of wintry scene, and it is really beautiful. So in Design Space, I sized this file to so it would be a 5x7 base, so I'd be able to put it in a 5x7 envelope. And what you'll do, and I'll show you here in a minute, it's a little it's not complicated, so it's easy to make a bunch of these to give for Christmas or over the holidays, because Silent Night could be for several different things. But what you're going to need is you will need to have a scoring tool, because this project has scoring on it. So if you're using a Cricut Explore machine, you can use the regular score tool. If you're using the Cricut Maker and you have the new scoring wheels, it will prompt you to put in the scoring wheels, and it did use the 1 and the 2 scoring wheel. If you haven't bought these yet for your Cricut Maker, you absolutely want to get this right away, because it scores all of your papers so much easier, materials really, so that you can really see the score line well. So it's a big improvement over the scoring stylus. But if you don't have this, you can still use the scoring stylus in your Cricut Maker as well. Okay, so you'll need that. You'll want a scraper, because there's little pieces that get cut out of this background piece, and you'll want a scraper so you can you know, remove those images from your mat. And you will need 2 types of glue. You're going to need like a, I'm using the Close to My Heart Bonding Memories dual action glue pen, and we're going to be using that to adhere this beautifully delicate sentiment that says Silent Night on it. Let me move that over so you guys can see it better. But this has a chisel tip on it, okay? So it's like those Zig 2-way pens, but the ones at Close to My Heart are less expensive. So if you're going to purchase the cartridge, you may want to grab some of these. This is my favorite glue pen to use. It is wonderful. And then you'll also want to have some type of double-sided sticky tape. Now, if you have followed any of my other tutorials, or you've taken any classes from me, I always use the score tape. Okay, so it is a double-sided adhesive tape, and it has a wax liner on it. It's very easy to tear it with your hands. I don't even need scissors to tear it, and I love this. And what's going to happen is that it will really make sure that your project is sticking together, so that it's not going to come apart. If you try to use a regular tape runner, it doesn't really have enough stickiness to hold it when you're working with something that is going to be open and closed a lot, like these pieces will be. And also, a regular tape runner is not going to work on the glitter paper. So if you use glitter paper on yours, you definitely want to have some kind of a double-sided sticky tape. I prefer the ScorePal brand. I will put a link where you see the description of this video so you guys can see what this looks like and maybe get some. It's one of my favorite glues. All right, so you're going to have these pieces cut out. All right, and you will have Silent Night. There's a little star, so make sure you don't leave that behind. And there's also a little reindeer that gets cut out up here, okay, on the bigger piece. Don't throw away the little reindeer insert here because I used him on my card in a different place. I hate to waste images when they get cut, and that one was super adorable, so I didn't want to waste it. So you're going to have your 5x7 card base. Now you can make this a 4x6 if you would prefer in Design Space, but I decided a 5x7 just looks really nice, and we'll make a really pretty card to send out at the holiday time. So you're going to have this we'll cut out all of these little circles and stars will cut out on your base piece of paper. All right, so we're going to start with that. Then the next piece you'll have is you will have the glitter paper piece, or if you don't use glitter paper, it'll be the one that has the little villages and it has the deer cut out up here. So depending on what you're going to do. So on these, the reason why you had to have your scoring tool is that there is going to be either a score line on the right side or a score line on the left side, okay, depending upon which piece it is. On this back first piece, it is on the right side. So I'm just going to fold that over and you know, make sure I crease that along the fold. And then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put score tape just on that back part here. So that's where you want to put your double-sided adhesive. And I'm going to really press this down really well with my fingers and just kind of scrub it along here. If you prefer, you can use your Cricut tool to scrape it on there. But you really want to make sure that that adhesive is sticking to your glitter paper if you're using glitter paper. Now, I'm going to lightly peel off that plastic line, the wax lining, and now I'm going to line up. So I've got that piece folded over and that adhesive is on the back of that fold. This is going to line up along the right edge of your background piece. So you want to make sure that it is lining up on the bottom and on the side. So I'm just going to lay that on there and then I'm going to press that down. Okay, so what you've done is you've adhered this and it's sticking to the inside piece like this, and then this gives you a place to sign your card or put another sentiment or write a note or whatever. So it creates a little piece like this. Okay, so now the next piece that we're going to be layering on is the second layer, and this is going to be the one that has the 3 trees on it. Now it has a score line on the left side, so we're going to fold that over and just crease it, okay? And then on this one, it is going to slip over the back side of that white piece, okay? So it's going to go like that, and it's going to slip over it. It's not going to go on top. It's going to go over it. So we're going to put the adhesive on the inside of this one, okay? Because we want to have a nice finished edge when we do this. So I've got that. So I'm going to line this up. There again, I'm lining up the bottom of the card. With the image, and then I'm just going to press that down. So now you start seeing that it's going to stand up, okay? So this piece got adhered to the back of the white. All right, and now we're going to adhere this piece, which is the houses, okay? Now this one has the fold on the right side, all right, where the score line is. We're going to fold that one in. There again, we're going to put this on the inside. It's going to be adhered to the back side of the tree one, like so. All right, so we're going to add a little bit of sticky tape on the inside of this one, on that tab. Okay, we're going to line this up. Make sure it's lined up along the bottom, and I'm just going to press that edge so it's stuck on there. Okay, so now you have, it forms like a Z. Okay, so when you look at your card, when you have it, it'll look like a layered image when your recipient lays it up, and then your sentiment would go here. Now we're not quite finished. We want to add our silent and our night on here, and we're going to start with the silent word, and we're just going to use the dual action glue pen and put some adhesive on the back of this. Now I prefer to use this. I'm just dabbing little bits of glue on here as opposed to using like a zig tape runner or something. Because this is so intricate, the letters are, that there would be a lot of glue sticking out around the edges of this, and I just don't want to mess with that, so I love to use these. Now I'm going to line this up. Now you'll notice that there is a bigger star kind of right here in the top corner. You want to line this up so that your edge of your T on your silent fits right above that. Okay, and then your night's going to go right here, and the I is dotted by the star that's underneath that T. Okay, so that T was cut with one star at the end here, and that's where you're going to line up your night and lay that on there. So I'm going to flip this over, do the same thing, add some glue on the back of it. There we go. It only takes a couple seconds to pounce a little bit of adhesive on the back of it, and this stuff really sticks well. When it goes on, it's got kind of a blue tint to it, and then when it dries clear. Okay, so I want to lay this on. All right, and then you have that little star becomes your I for the word silent. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue there and lay this on. Okay, and then that little deer that was cut out of here on that white layer, I'm going to add him down here so he looks like he's standing behind this fence. Okay, so I'm going to open this up, kind of put it on so it'll be about in the right spot that I want it. Okay, so I will add my little deer. That way I'm not wasting anything, and it's just adding another little element on my card. Okay, that's it. It's super beautiful, and it was very easy to put together now that I've shown you guys how to put it together, right? So that's what it's gonna stand up like in a Z when they get it, but it's flat enough to fit into to an envelope, and that's always important at the holiday times because you don't want to have too much weight on your holiday cards or it costs you a fortune. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. There again, this card image, this card is already designed, and it's part of the Close to My Heart Cricut Season of Joy cartridge that's sold exclusively by Close to My Heart consultants. You're not going to find this in Design Space, and I appreciate you using my link to make a purchase. I'm going to be making lots of other projects from this particular cartridge, so stay tuned for more of those. If you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel already, you may want to do that. You don't want to miss any projects coming up. Talk to you guys later. Be sure and come join me in my Let's Learn Cricut Explore Facebook group or my Cricut Maker with Debbie O'Neill group. Have a great day. Bye.